Hey guys, it's Robin and I'm on the Oregon coast. I'm staying here at the Pacific Shores Motor Coach Resort, and yes, it's pricey. I'm usually a boondocker, but I decided to check this out for 3 nights for you guys. And what I think is really interesting about it is that this is actually an owned lot RV resort, meaning that every single lot in here is owned by a person, and people buy the lots and they can stay on them, or they can rent it out to people like me. And it's right on the Oregon coast. You can see that's the ocean behind me and a lighthouse, and I got all of the details for you guys so we can see how people that have the budget to do it can live in places like this or make money renting out their spots. I'm going to tell you all about it today. So this is how the other half lives. I've never had anybody escort me to my site before, and I walked in, they knew exactly who I was, they were expecting me. They told me all about the site. They gave me a card for a local taxi service because I told them I wanted to go to the aquarium. And now this nice lady Angela is escorting me to my site, and boy, these are beautiful sites and beautiful RVs. I mean, these are the $1 million RVs in here. And they did tell me I scored. Somebody canceled here, and I jumped on it, and I'm glad that I did. I wish the weather was a little bit nicer, but they did tell me that they have a sauna, which I'm very excited to go check out the sauna on a rainy day like this. So I wish I was staying for more than 3 days, and I wish I could afford to stay for more than 3 days, because this is really amazing. You guys know I'm a believer in camping in your own style. So for some of us like me, that's boondocking and staying in national forests. I do like a national forest campground, but there are people out there that are in $500,000 RVs and they like a hookup and they go to swankier places like this. So for those of us that have not been to a place like this, like me, I decided to come and get the scoop for you guys. Now it's probably pretty noisy because that's the ocean right there. And I'm walking down a nature path from the RV resort down to the beach, and I'm going to tell you guys what I learned about how you can find a place like this if it's in your budget, and also how the resort itself can help you rent it out when you're not using it. Everybody, don't get on me for staying in a nice place. I'm just bringing you here so we can looky-loo the stuff out of this place and see how some people like to camp. Now, I'm only here for 3 days. I probably wouldn't stay for longer even if I could afford it, but let's take a look at it. I'm going to tell you how the whole setup works. I think I'm going to run inside though, because you probably can't hear me over this ocean. I'm back in my RV, everybody, because it's quieter and there's no wind or waves, so you can still hear what I'm saying. But check out the blue behind me, because every once in a while a whale pops up. So yeah, it doesn't suck here, but it is expensive. Now, it's not my preferred style of camping, but I wanted to check it out and see what the deal was with these owned lots that people can own and then rent out to others in the RV world. When I first started RVing, I saw all these swanky people in their big RVs like parked right next to each other in what looked like a parking lot, and I thought that's not for me. Now, I will say the lots here are big and there's flowers everywhere and everything is really well maintained. It's in like a gated community, which has its appeal, but I've been here for 3 days and I'm ready to go back to the woods. But that's just me. But for those of you that don't get a chance to come to places like this, or you're interested in places like this, I wanted to tell you what the deal is here. So like I said in the beginning, this place is $130 a night. Now, it was late one night and I was looking to see where I was going to go up my tour of the Pacific Northwest. And look out soon, because I'm going to give you guys a video on how I actually create a map from all of my different camping options, and I have an arsenal of different ways to camp that I'll share with you in that video. But along the way, there was a certain stretch where I was going up the coast, and I had a few days and I needed to find a place, and this popped up and somebody had just canceled here. I spoke with the guy at the desk, and my spot that I'm in right now, which is 166, if anyone's interested, that has a view of a lighthouse right out here, is booked through next November. So I saw that it was open. I actually budget for myself $200 a month to park, which for me is like camping fees. And I had boondocked so much that I had not spent that money in a couple of months. So I decided to splurge and stay in this spot and find out what the deal is. So I am here at the Pacific Shores Motor Coach Resort on the Oregon coast. This is not the only place like this. There are places like this, and I'm sure a lot of you in the comments will tell me all about it. Please do. So here is a map of the actual resort. Okay, and I am right here. I scored. Okay, but every single one of these spots is owned by somebody, and there are a bunch for sale right now. This is interesting. It looks like some of these lots are for sale. I didn't even know you could do that. I wonder what the maintenance fees would be like. They range from about $60,000 to $250,000. I was told that one in this row that I'm in right now sold for $250,000. So that's for the pad, basically. And I went in and talked to the guy at the desk, and I called the realtor, and I spoke with about 9 people that rent here. I couldn't find one person that was here, that was actually here, who owned a spot. Everybody here was renting. So I was curious if people actually make money at this or if it's like a timeshare. And here's the deal. You get your great spot. It's manicured. It's secure for whatever you pay for it. And the going rate here with the ocean view is $250,000. And after that, people have to pay $320 a month for an HOA fee. Then if they want to rent it out, the resort will actually handle that for you. They have a booking system online, which is how I booked my spot. And the resort takes half of that. So I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, you know, after all the little fees and everything, an owner can make about $60 a day renting out this spot, but then they have to pay $300 a month for the HOA. So I don't know, I guess they'd make about $1,500 a month, right? I'm not a smart man, but I think my math isn't too far off there. But you're paying, you know, $60,000 to $250,000 for the spot. I guess you'd own it, and you could resell it. I don't know if that's a good investment. That's not what I'm here trying to figure out. I'm just trying to figure out how the other half lives. And I'll tell you, I can see people here really enjoy it, you know. A lot of them are retirees. They've got a couple of bucks. Clearly, the RVs in here are very, very nice. That's the deal, you guys. You can buy a lot in one of these RV resorts. I'm sure at other places they are not pricey. If you own one or you know something about it, please do put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear more about it. Like I've said before in my videos and in my books, camp like you. There are all kinds of different ways to camp. This is not for me. I do like to be out in natural places. It was nice to come here for a couple of days and have a hookup and laundry in the pool and the steam room and all that stuff, and jump in a taxi and go see town. But I can see why some people really like it, and I thought you guys might like to see it. That's it, you guys. I'm sure we will have a vigorous conversation down below in comments about the price and the amenities and the style of camping offered at places like this. I just wanted to give you guys a view while I was here on the Oregon coast. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to go back and hit the road now and head up the coast and then back down again. I hope to see you all out there or someday out here on the road. Until I do, everybody have happy travels out there and be free.